Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Today we're talking about wide receivers, our beloved Dallas Cowboys wide receivers, and who's going to be good and who's going to get a spot in training camp and how they're going to be next season. And a lot of that is going to depend on your quarterback. Now, speaking of quarterbacks, this is brought to you by the new Netflix docuseries Quarterback in tandem with the NFL, and it's produced by NFL Films. It's the first time anybody's had permission to mic up quarterbacks from the beginning of the season all the way to the end. So you get to see all the ups and downs of the season, whether it be Pat Mahomes' iconic Super Bowl run, Kirk Cousins' playoff run, or Marcus Mariota's season run. You get to see the behind the scenes with teammates. They even tap in with the family, with the wives, to see how these quarterbacks are away from the field. It should be some fantastic drama if you just sit down and watch the whole thing, okay? Quarterback on Netflix right now. Check it out.
I dedicate my life to football.
I love to compete.
At this point, all that really matters is winning.
White shorts, cousin, right? Clam, 2-jet rip.
Quarterback is more about the mental side. They're going to come after you.
When you come back 6 days from now and do it again and again and again.
So wide receivers led by CeeDee Lamb, and it's funny because y'all should keep up with my commentary that I do on Twitter. I just go and find a bunch of film and just upload it just to kind of shit on the internet a little bit. There's a lot of people that are saying, hey man, you can't rank CeeDee Lamb as high as some of these other guys because CeeDee Lamb can't play outside receiver. And I go and find a gang of clips of him tearing shit up as an outside receiver. You know what I mean? I'll play something now. You know what I mean? That's just the kind of work that I do for the land, for the community. You know, CeeDee Lamb can play outside receiver, and I think CeeDee Lamb's going to continue to play some outside receivers. He's going to do a lot of outside receiver things. But yeah, CeeDee Lamb does get busy in the slot. Here's the news. So just y'all had no clue. Y'all, this is gonna shock the hell out of you. Y'all might want to sit down. Most receivers are better in the damn slot. You know what I mean? Like Cooper was better in the slot. Justin Jefferson's better in the slot. Jamar Chase is better in the slot. Cooper Kupp is better in the slot. They're all better in the slot. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes, man. So don't get caught up in these online fights about CeeDee Lamb, you know? Is this wide receiver room better than last year? Well, shit, we had to go into the playoffs and play versus the best defense in the whole National Football League. CeeDee Lamb was a part of that, but boy, when they took CeeDee Lamb away, it was December Christmas T.Y. Hilton, and it was Noah Brown, and it was limping Michael Gallup. So if Michael Gallup simply don't limp anymore, if Brandin Cooks and his real speed and his deep threat ability that he still has and his nuanced route running, if Brandin Cooks can be the guy that he is when he plays with good quarterbacks, y'all really let Davis Mills make y'all, and when I say y'all, I don't mean me and you, but like them, right? Y'all really made Davis Mills make Brandin Cooks look bad. Y'all just thought that that's who Brandin Cooks really was. If Brandin Cooks is anything better than Noah Brown, we're good here. If Simi and Jalen Tolbert are better than their past self, we're good. You see where I'm going here? If Michael Gallup don't limp, if his knee has just gotten better over the past offseason, just come on, man. Yeah, this wide receiver group is going to be better. And the numbers should reflect that, right? Here's my example. You had Cooper Rush for 5 weeks.
Did you hear what I said?
Hey, look, Dak Prescott be healthy. Hey, them numbers look ridiculous. Just imagine everything CeeDee Lamb did last year with Cooper Rush and with Kellen Moore being goofy. Hell yeah, these wide receivers going to be better than they were last year. This is the one position group where I don't really think there's going to be too much like camp battling going on for the top of it, you know? I think Lamb, Cooks, Gallup, Fehoko, Tolbert, I think those are your guys, right? Now, then we get into the back half of it. And, you know, there's a lot of young guys in here. And, you know, just Cowboys do a pretty good job of finding young guys, you know, finding young receiver talent. And that's where this gets weird because we don't consider KaVontae Turpin receiver talent. That's where this gets interesting. So the thing about KaVontae Turpin is he is a specialist for me. Let me get my button ready again. When people say KaVontae Turpin played wide receiver, I hear, oh, well, Devin Hester played corner.
Did you hear what I said?
The problem is that Devin Hester was Devin Hester. You know what I mean? Devin Hester can have his own roster spot based on doing what he's doing. Even guys like Cordell Patterson, right? Cordell Patterson, by the numbers, is one of the best kick return guys of all time, but he'll still get busy playing running back and wide receiver. So now we're looking at KaVontae Turpin like, okay, well, we're team building. And I get that you just made a Pro Bowl last year for whatever reason.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. It's fiction.
We get that you a Pro Bowler now, KaVontae Turpin, but what do you bring to us besides you being a kick returner, especially if you're not going to be Devin Hester? It's interesting, right? Because now we're in this world to where we looking up and down this damn depth chart. We going, man, I wonder who else can return kicks. Deuce Vaughn can return kicks. Tony used to do it. Hell, Dennis Houston played real life games and he played real life receivers. So that's a way to, that's a way to do it, right? Jalen Moreno Cropper and guys like that, right? So I see a lot of people comment when I start talking about Turpin a little bit and they go, well, Voch, we can just keep both of them. That ain't really how it works. Well, Voch, Turpin's the better return man. That ain't really how it works. Your better return man has nothing to do, like who's the first return man has nothing to do with like who's better. You know what I mean? Pardon me. Who makes the team has nothing to do with who's better. Pardon me. Whoever makes the team has nothing to do with who's the better guy. You know? You could be the best return man in the league, but when it comes down, well, that's Devin Hester, right? That's old Devin Hester. But if you ain't old Devin Hester, what do you bring to my team besides that? You know what I mean? So when I look at a guy like Deuce Vaughn, who's going to be competing with KaVontae Turpin, it's not about who's the better returner out of Turpin and Deuce Vaughn. It's Deuce Vaughn can give me help in the run game and in pass catching. I've seen Deuce Vaughn as a pass catcher. I've seen KaVontae Turpin at the end of the San Francisco game, and I'm like, damn, this all we had planned for him? So there is this world where McCarthy and Schottenheimer probably gotten together and made some plan for KaVontae Turpin. But you could bet your ass they got a plan for Deuce Vaughn too.
Did you hear what I said?
So now we live in this world to where, hey man, KaVontae Turpin. We just building a roster, right? Everybody watching, feel free to play along. KaVontae Turpin or a guy like Isaiah Land. KaVontae Turpin or Marquise Bell. KaVontae Turpin or some nickel corner depth, right? KaVontae Turpin or Jordan Lewis. That's a good one. KaVontae Turpin or Deuce Vaughn. KaVontae Turpin or Quentin Bohanna. These are the conversations we need to be having, right? These bottom of the roster guys. KaVontae Turpin or Sean McEwen, right? Everybody that I've named, they're bottom of the roster guys relatively, and they've all given you something in the real life game. So now you compare what that person has given you in the real life game, and you compare that to Turpin's return ability. And I went back and watched some film. I just gathered some film to watch some other people. So I would just end up watching a bunch of kick returns for no reason. You'd be surprised how many times Turpin just ran into people. Didn't see him, just ran into him. Hunter Lipke or KaVontae Turpin. These are real life conversations, you know? And I think these are the battles that we need to be considering here. But we're not thinking about KaVontae. Like Quentin Bohanna's not going to be a punt returner, right? But KaVontae Turpin, the receiver, can he give us more value at receiver than Quentin Bohanna can give us at defensive tackle? That's our next conversation. Should be an interesting one. CeeDee Lamb, of course, is going to be the man. How much better has Semi gotten? You know, There's rookie Jalen Brooks, and of course, you can develop these kind of guys to be your new Noah Brown or Cedric Wilson. But Semi did an interview. Semi's done many interviews this offseason, by the way. You can just look up Semi Fehoko, and Semi will tell you, man, Semi's working towards being the new Noah Brown guy. Well, it ain't gonna be a whole bunch of room for new Noah Brown guys. But you want to know what's more important, or you want to know what being Noah Brown guy is more important than? I can return kicks. I'm not amazing at it, but I can't do nothing in the wide receiver room. So now Jalen Brooks versus KaVontae Turpin turns into a thing. You know what I mean? It's interesting. Not that I hate KaVontae Turpin, he just does nothing at wide receiver that made me want to keep him. Now, if KaVontae Turpin shows up at camp and he's actually doing something on offense to where he can figure out his gadget packages and he can run around and be faster than people, he can catch the football, run routes, hey, fine. Because there is, to be fair to him, right, there is the idea that maybe KaVontae Turpin didn't do a bunch of receiver things for the same reason that Jalen Tolbert lined up at free safety. Maybe it's just a lot of complexities going on, and hey, being gadget guy and kick return dude is just easy for you. They did treat Turpin as a rookie last year. Let's see if that's going to continue to work this year. Besides that, got some undrafted free agent guys, man. But hey, nobody's talking about Dennis Houston though. Dennis Houston actually played and got in the game last year. Nobody's talking about him getting better. Nobody's talking about his offseason peanut butter. Nobody's talking about him moving up to the next level. What if Dennis Houston come in here and just start beating the hell out of y'all? This conversation. Interesting conversation. We'll see. But we'll cross that road whenever we get there. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to my wide receiver talk. Love y'all to pieces. Tomorrow we're going to talk about some other stuff. We're going to talk about some defense. Love y'all.